Oh my goodness. I'm trying to back out of here. I'm gonna go get me some hot wings. Yes, yes, yes. Hope everybody can hear me. They come in. I'm gonna go get me some hot wings. And what else I'm gonna do? I got me some hot wings waiting for me. And I'm about to go home and relax. I was enjoying my Saturday yesterday. With a lot going on in these YouTube streets, a little bit, I guess. But honey, when you out and about, you have to catch replays. I am about to go get me some hot wings and enjoy my Sunday. I just want to get on here talking about what in the world is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like we got people somebody trying to assassinate. Well, I don't know if I can say it or not. Assassinate President. Oh well, he ain't president yet, but former President Trump, and you know, I don't care what nobody say. Trump is very entertaining, and he gets under people's skins, and I think he gets a thrill from it. But is it okay just because you don't like somebody to try to harm them? Because these people out here think just because you don't like somebody or you may hate somebody that it's just okay to go out there. Uh, hey Riz, how are you? It's okay to just go out and oh no, I don't do links on my vertical. Sorry. That it's okay to just go out there and harm somebody. I mean, Trump is a lot of things, but my goodness, trying to take somebody's life, you don't even know them, is really it's evil. Hey, young Riaz, how are you? It's really evil at the end of the day, and no matter how much disdain you have for a man and their leadership, that doesn't give you a right to think it's okay. You can just go out there and just take them out of here. Hi, how are you? Say ya. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I'm gonna just, can I call you Ben? Ben Ya? I think I got that right. I can't get them Hebrew names. I'm good to see you. How was your trip to Dallas? How was your trip to Dallas? I hope it was good. But anyway, like I was telling y'all, just because you have a disdain for somebody's leadership doesn't give you a right to feel like you can take somebody's life. And from my understanding, he was unalive. They took him on out of here, and one of these snipers, And one thing about people in America, that's why it's not good for a lot of anarchy kind of behavior that's going on. It's okay to disagree and dislike people. Like you have the right to just do something for yourself or for your country to harm somebody, to kill someone. To me, that's evil, and that's just not a good reason. Um, how you can defeat, or how you can, I would say, have a better chance for somebody else getting the presidential position would be to vote. But that's just too much like right. To me, that's just common sense. And then at the end of the day, uh, the higher ups, they gonna pick who they gonna pick. You know, we may have some type of say so in it, as voters, as U.S. citizens, but at the same time, it is gonna be what it is. So if Trump was to become president, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? That's like, hey, Lon Lon, hey, Mel W, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? We going to have to, shut up, put up, whatever. We're going to have to, first of all, we need to be focusing on our families and what we need to do in our own individual life. And what I mean by that is, I need to start saving up some water. We need to start getting some ammo. You need to start really preparing for the chaos that's about to happen. Because I don't know if y'all remember the last time I was telling you, Biden signed a chip law, and that chip law is where it starts in 2025, where if you will have to have this chip in order to sell or buy, from my understanding. And all your information will be on this chip. Your bank information, your ID. Like there's no more gonna be too much your ID, like your driver's license. You're gonna have to have that chip, and that chip has your whole life on it. So my thing is, what are you going to do? Whoever is the president, will you be prepared? Because I know, from just to be honest with you, I have lacked on preparing because I was so into everyday life with the foolishness. And really, to be honest with you, we don't have time for that anymore. It's not time for play. We got to find out what we going to do, who we can depend on. And this is when you're going to have to start making up with family, friends, or somebody, because at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody. Hey, Randy, how are you? Hey, Black, how are you doing? Reggie, what's good? Capono, good to see you. Yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody. So you're going to have to get over your pride, because at the end of the day, everybody is going to need somebody, because it's already a food shortage. Then they making food from plastic and all this kind of weird stuff. When in the world did they start making food and vegetables and fruits and stuff out of plastic? Like, that's weird to me. You know, I was just like, what? To me, it's like, this is really insane. Have y'all ever thought in your wildest dreams that they'd be making food out of plastic and different types of materials? And who knows? They could be making it out of humans. You know, I might get in trouble for saying that. Hey, Cutting Edge, what's good? So you got to be careful what you eat. You don't know what you're eating. Then they are in the labs, all these different labs, making all these different hybrids of animals. And oh my God, I mean, all kinds of strange things. The AI is going to be having our jobs. You know, if you go in Walmart, it's more self checkouts than it is cashiers. So, like, they've been using humans, but I'm just like, man, all this stuff going on, and people just sitting up there and just blind, worrying about little stupid stuff. Who don't like me? What lace front I'm gonna wear? Am I gonna get plastic surgery? Or you know, how much money am I gonna make? What car is new? What new car coming out? All this kind of stuff that people be worrying about. And it's just like, look, we got a whole world that's about to crash. What's up, Don Dallas? You blocked. I can see you. Hey, nature over everything. Yeah, they've been creating food over the lab. Some of us just got, kind of informed about it in the last, I would say, 5 years. But, they've probably been doing this way, way before. I'm going to say maybe 20 years ago, maybe. But we didn't know nothing about it. We were just eating, like, I didn't understand, how can you get a watermelon with no seeds? Like, I mean, some of my people from the country, so we used to get watermelons, and my grandmother would plant them on her garden. She had like 4 or 5 gardens, and she would have like watermelons. She had the yellow meat and the red meat, and all of them had seeds. You go to the Walmart, you go to all these. Some of these like the watermelons don't even have seeds. Is that real? You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is happening, and it's going over people's heads because we are dealing with this stupidity, the stuff that's out there that we're dealing with. It's not going to help us in the future. It's just not. And I have to, like I said, I have to get myself in check a lot of times too, because why I'm worrying about, okay, school, once I do this, I'm going to change my career, all this kind of stuff. I need to be worried about, okay, am I going to have enough canned foods? Am I going to have enough rice and beans and stuff that I can have? So if something were to happen, I will be straight. So I had started getting some canned foods. I started getting rice and some beans. I got to start working on some water and some type of filtering system just in case, I can't, I run out of water. So those are the things that you need to be thinking about, and not the stuff that's going on out here. Because see, you got too many people out here that they're not about growing. They're not about learning and moving forward in their life. They're about destroying. And like I said, this just the example that happened yesterday. People have no fear of anything. They have no fear of God. They have no fear of going to prison. They have no fear. They just don't have no fear of dying or nothing. So they don't care about taking people's lives to prove a point. You have people that will take out a whole building, putting the bombs in buildings to take out people because they want to make a point. Like, this stuff is really serious out here. These are not normal times that we used to live in. When I was coming up in the like in the mid to early 90s and the 2000s and stuff like that, we wouldn't this kind of stuff was few and far between. But now every time you put on the news, it's like somebody is trying to kill people. They trying to take a whole group of people out, not just one or two, but a whole group of people. The people in the low income neighborhoods, they can't stop killing each other. We got so much going on, even in suburbs. Don't hey, a lot of stuff be going on in suburbs. People won't say it's not, but a lot of stuff. Hey, Black. Hey, Nancy. A lot of stuff going on in these neighborhoods, these suburbs. Like, they bringing in drugs in some of the suburbs. So anywhere you go, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be some type of problems because people have no fear of anything. And if you have no fear of anything, you're liable to do anything to anybody, and you don't care. Then the LGBTQ, they're adding the P. So that means pedophiles, people that love children, can be accepted. When did that happen? When was that acceptable that a grown man or a grown woman can love a little child? That's sick. I don't care. I don't care about you. If you want to love somebody the same sex, that's your business. That's a grown person. But I'm talking about a child, a little child, and you say you sexually attracted to a 2-year-old, to a 5-year-old, 11-year-old. That's sick. And it's going on and it's happening now. Yeah, they already had Nambi, but now it's even more accepting. Hey, Bumper, it's even more accepting that they are allowing this to be okay, to be the new norm. Everything that is bad, they're making it good, and it's called the new normal. And that is what's troubling to me, that people are so focused in on this drama, on this reality TV crap, when you got a whole world outside. Like, this is scary, y'all. Hey, Jacob, then you got, yeah, who knows? We about to have a World War III pretty soon. Who knows? None of the countries can get along with each other. Sometimes I think they think the US is a joke. I bet they be all in their meetings laughing at us. you know, it's just it's so much going on, and people are making light of it, or people are just ignoring it. They got these blinders on, or these rose-colored glasses on, and then they are so entrapped with this reality TV on YouTube or on TV, or and they can't get out of their TVs or get out of their ass to see what's actually going on. There's some real crazy stuff going on out here, and it's too much that's being wrong. It's too much that is evil that is being called good, and that's the sad part. Going through all this is like going through a rabbit hole. You ain't gonna ever stop. It's like one problem leads to another problem, and all these problems originate from something. Like we can go down, talk about the feminist movement, how that messed up the whole, like, just the whole traditional outlook and the whole traditional being of what America used to be. They used to have the traditional values of having the mother or the father, or having some type of guidance in the household. You got kids raising themselves while they mama out there having a good time and their daddy is in prison. What's up, writers? See, these are the conversations that people need to have, even though they're going to lead down rabbit holes. This is what's going on. And like I said, people can believe what they want to, but if you don't see the evil in this world, or you don't believe there's no evil in this world, I don't understand how you can't see it. It's here. It's here. So we have to be a little bit more watchful and not so preoccupied by the foolishness that we see, and getting into foolishness that we can't face and look at the real world happening around us. So I don't know about you, but watching the news, to me, that's why I pick and choose when I watch the news, because every time I watch the news, it's so depressing to me. It's ridiculous. It's like, what is there anything good happening that needs to be reported on? Like, really, is there any good that's happening in this world? But we're so busy on this reality TV crap about baby oil and about who's gay, or who don't like who, or who got beef with who, and all this foolishness, that we not paying attention. I could care less about a Queen Regina. I could care less about all this other foolishness on all these different groups and all this going on, because at the end of the day, ain't none of them gonna be here to protect me, or ain't none of them gonna be here to help me. Most of these people, they gonna be trying to find some help themselves. All of us gonna be trying to find some help. So I could care less about who I like or who I don't like at this point. It's about preparing yourself for what is to come. And all this other stuff that's on here is not worth a hell of beans at the end of the day. It's not worth it. So I gotta say that there is some good things that we just don't hear about it, and it's few and far in between. And I'm gonna start reporting on some good things that's been going on in this world. Some good people, some people that actually help other people, some good things that's happening to people, because we need a little bit of sunshine on here, because, man, this world is going to hell in a handbasket. What's up, Marissa? It's going to hell in a handbasket. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the Biden and the Trump, all that situation. It hey CC, was it planned? Some people saying that it was it was planned that way. Some people saying that no, it actually happened. I mean, I did see blood on the man. Now, you know what? They went up there and did a stunt where they put fake blood up there. Like, people always have something. You know, like I said, the thing of the matter is, whatever it happened, and it was something that shouldn't have happened. You are not going to like everybody that comes into office. Period. That's just what that is. There's some things you're gonna agree with, and there's some things you're not gonna agree with. We're not gonna agree with somebody 99% of the time, especially not somebody that's running for president. There's going to be some things, there may be 50 things we agree with on a person, you know, but these people, some people have a special hatred for Trump. And I think that that's a little too far, you know, to feel like, oh, it's okay to do something to somebody. Look, the man is arrogant. He's been arrogant since whenever. You know, I don't know how long he's been arrogant, but he's probably been arrogant for a long time. And that gives you a right to try to take his life too. I mean, we better try to keep who we got. I don't know. Either Biden got to get it together. Somebody gonna have to get it together. I know y'all don't want me to run the country. And some of y'all don't need to run the country because we all gonna be biased, you know. So, and I sure don't want Hillary to run this. That old witch. But anyway, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyway, it is what it is. I like the good old days where we didn't have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? We just voted. Like, back in the day when my grandparents used to vote, of course they would have voted all Democrat. But you remember when Bill Clinton was the president? And Bill Clinton, you know, he had his faults, but he was probably one of the coolest presidents that we ever had. I remember that as a child. I remember seeing him, I think it was on Arsenio Hall, when he was like playing the saxophone, because you know he used to play the saxophone back in the day, and he used to be around, you know, trying to, I guess, be around the black folks. But you know, he's been around black people coming from Arkansas, Hope, Arkansas, so that's nothing new to him, you know. But he was probably one of the coolest presidents that we had. And then when he got caught up in that scandal, you know, hey, they was trying to get him out of here, and they did. So, but he was one of the coolest presidents back in the day. After that, then who else did we have after Bill Clinton? Who was after Bill Clinton? Was it Bush? Bush, oh my God, my grandfather couldn't. Now, hey, Arabia, my grandfather couldn't stand Bush. The senior, he couldn't stand the senior, but the junior was, he was a little worse. Well, no, I don't know who was worse, the senior or the junior. I don't know, but when that thing happened with the 9/11, yeah, that could have been planned. I don't know. Look, I don't want to say too much. I don't want them doing nothing to me on here. But Selena, can you tell your mom that I'm your bodyguard? Who is harassing you in the chat? Yeah, but you know, George Bush Jr. He bless his heart, I think he was a little slow, but yeah, I think he was a little slow, and he just kind of paced his way through here, fumbling his way through here, and then we had Obama, the great Obama, as some people think. But all of these people have issues, okay, at the end of the day. Some people, I believe, due to the fact that they are related down the line have been set into place. Nobody wants to talk about that. Why is most of the presidents related to each other? Why? Like, so you mean to tell me that wasn't a setup? And most of these people, including Obama, Obama is related down the line to McCain. I think he's related down the line with John Adams. I mean, all of these people are connected in some way. I think the only person that might not be connected would be Trump, but he has German heritage. I don't know. He could be connected, but I don't know. I just know most of these, like McCain, Bush, um, you know, who else? John Adams, I think Andrew Jackson, who was it? Eisenhower, Roosevelt. All of them are connected bloodline. Most of them are like distant, but they're still connected. So that's scary. Trump is related to JFK. Okay. I know he's German descent. I didn't know if if he was Irish as well. But yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. The Kennedys, like I said, they had, I don't know if they had a curse on their family or what, but they had a lot of misfortune in their family. But it could have been because of the seeds that they sown. I'm not saying what happened to some of their family members was right. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that some things come back through generations. They come back on generations. You know what I'm saying? So, but they've always had something going on with the Kennedys. But basically, all these people are related in some kind of capacity. So y'all better just pay attention. We can go down the rabbit hole. I wish I could allow the link to go. Hey, rich niggas, how are you? Don't let these white folks scare y'all. They ain't gonna scare me. I just know that I'm gonna be prepared whenever something do happen. Look, I ain't gonna go hungry. I can tell you that. But I do believe you should stock up on some type of some guns, some ammo, or something. You don't know what's going on. I always think of this predictive programming, like The Purge, all these different movies, and then like Aliens, like Independence Day, and all this kind of stuff. This stuff is predictive programming. I don't care what nobody say. It's some stuff that we can't explain, and we gonna see it maybe in our lifetime, or maybe we might be dead and gone. It may be in the generation to come, but something ain't right. And a lot of this stuff is predictive programming. They not just doing these movies just at the top of their head. This is stuff that some of these people, these elites, have been aware of, and they got these directors that are also elites or work with the elites that put this stuff out in the movies, that put this stuff out on the TVs and social media. It's predictive programming. So y'all need to, I'm telling you, we need to pay a little bit more attention and stop focusing so much on this foolishness, because we gonna be left to figure it out. And some of us gonna have to get over our ego and the pride and help other people that we don't want to help, that don't look like us. We can't just, I'm just gonna help all black people. I'm just gonna help all white people. It's gonna be a point where people gonna stop looking at color, and we gonna say, who got what? You got the guns, I got the ammo, you got the food, I got the water. It's gonna be a time where people are gonna forget about color, forget about status. What's your name? Who you relate? It's gonna be, can you help me? Why is it that most of the very wealthy people are getting bunkers built underground? Do they know something that we don't know? Of course they do. They're getting bunkers underground for a reason. They're making a whole mansion up under the ground somewhere. Like, do anybody see this? Like, they know something that we don't know. This is some real stuff. I look. I'm probably gonna be messed up because I don't have no money to build, nothing underground. But some of these people, these wealthy people, are building bunkers. They're building these elaborate, homes underground because they know something is going to happen. They might not know the exact thing, but they know they are to prepare in this type of way. So I don't know. Next, you go live on YouTube. Go to the settings before you go live. Hit the share live with some. Okay, I gotta do that. Hey T Rail, how are you? Okay, copy link. I'll try to do that the next time. But yeah, they're building bunkers underground, and people are still fighting over stupid stuff on here. You got the wealthy. They know what's going on. They might not know the exact thing, but believe me, they are well informed enough to know that they have to prepare in the way where they might be there, be there for a long time. They have made a whole home, just like the home that they have up, on top of the ground. They did the exact same thing under the ground, you know. Uh, and it's a shame that we as people, especially poor people, and the middle class. I don't even know if there is a middle class, but anymore. But the middle class, the supposedly middle class, and the people in poverty, we gonna all be on the same. We gonna be on the same level. The only people that's gonna be at the level where they can afford these bunkers and afford all this the equipment and everything that they need to have is the real wealthy people. So that means for the most part that leaves you and me out of it. We're out. So hey, K-pop, how are you? Gamma, good to see you. Thank you, Dallas. So yeah, we gotta get a little bit more wise on what we do and how we um what we're entertaining, because it's a real world out here, a real world and what's going on. And unfortunately, some of us are we're gonna be struggling. We're gonna be struggling real hard. So I would say prepare yourself. Um, Not only prepare yourself, but prepare your family, your loved ones. Let people know what's going on. And I'm even learning to be more aware, watching the news a little more, or watching things that has to do with world news, because it keeps me informed about things that I'm not aware of. It keeps me informed, and it helps me to understand what's happening around me, even though some of the news media lies to you too, because they have an agenda. We just really we're just really in a mess. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that we all need to be informed. And if you are not a reader, you might want to read some books. you know you might want to read some literature that gives you history. I mean, really stuff that they don't teach at school, because I think some of that stuff that they teach our kids in school, I know stuff that I learned about Christopher Columbus was a lie, right? But that's what we had to learn. That was the arithmetic, and all of the arithmetic and all of the literature we had to read at school. Some of that stuff, it just it wasn't true. And that's just the God honest truth. I can't go in there and teach my own lesson, my own knowledge of the things that I've learned outside of school. I have to teach what is in the textbook. And that's why it's important for you to know so you can teach your children. Because they're not going to learn that in school. They're going to learn that Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas. That's what they're going to learn, which was a lie. So we got all this stuff that we basically got to reteach, even ourselves. The stuff that I learned, I had to reteach, and I continue to keep reteaching myself. And that's why I said with people out here, I don't know everything. I don't know, a lot, but I'm expounding on and expanding my knowledge every day. And the things that I don't know, I asked or I research. There's nothing wrong with research. Actually, that's the smartest way to learn is to research. Learning different people's perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of stuff. Hey, Albert, it's just a lot of things that and people probably don't even pay attention to what's going over there in Israel. What's going over there with the with all of the war that's going on there with Pakistan and Israel. They don't understand that. See, if you would know history, you would understand why that is still an ongoing war. People just fighting over land, which they think is their land, the other think it's theirs. And it's all of this is history if we go back and research. So hey, capital C, how are you? So we all have to be more vigilant about learning. Like I said, the things that I don't know, I research. I ask somebody that may be more knowledgeable than me on a certain subject, because again, I don't know everything and I don't pretend to. But it is it's very disheartening when we just go about our lives, and we're so involved. And I think, I really think, to me, it's disheartening, to our Creator, our God, when we cannot be more knowledgeable. People perish for the lack of knowledge because they're ignorant and they don't want to. Hey, Brother Moshe, they don't want to learn. And I think it's really, God gave us a brain for a reason. He gave us 2 ears. He gave us 1 mouth. So that means less talking and more hearing. He gave us 2 eyes. So that means observe and look more, at what's going on around you. And quit being so, having your rose-colored glasses are so bound into the reality shows of what's going on YouTube and who don't like you and who you don't like, and look at what is actually happening. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a genius, but I can tell you one thing. Whatever I don't know, I will look it up. I will research it. I'm not going to be no dummy for long. I'm going to find the answer, and if I can't find the answer, I'm going to keep researching it until I find it. Hey, CX, because I's no dummy. And I think for all of us, and I don't care if you're white, black, Latino, whatever your nationality is, you need to research. You need to be very vigilant on learning, and applying what you learn. Hey, Douglas, how are you? Like I said, God gave us 1 brain. That means he gave us a brain to think. He gave us 2 eyes to observe, to see, look around you. He gave us 2 ears to hear and 1 mouth. So that means less talking. and more doing, So, yeah, right. Capital C. A lot of people are lazy, and that's okay if you're not an avid reader. It's a lot of people, especially they say if you want to hide something from a black person, that's what they used to say, put it in a book. But then they had people like me and other people. They're like, no, let me read this. Let me research this and see what's going on. Reading always took me to another world. I remember I started reading very often. I would say I would read often when I was like, I think it was after it started in 6th grade. I started reading the Babysitter Club. It was a book that most little girls back then, would read for the most part. But I started reading those little novels, and then I started, once I went to middle school, I started reading my reading started to advance into other things. Then when I got in high school, I started getting more into learning about history. I started getting more into biblical history, as well as American history, even some, African American history, things of that nature. So I started to advance in my reading, and then as I got older, you go to college or whatever, you learn a little bit more because uh, you're open to reading a lot of other different types of literature out there. So we are to blame if we are not knowledgeable of some things. We are to blame because we have so many resources out there. And make reading great again. Yeah, make it great again. And so you have to start as like I said, if you're a parent or you mentor kids, teach them that reading is not a bad thing. It's not boring. You could actually, your mind could go to so many different places when you read. It's like a whole different world that opens up to you when you read and you know about different things. And I was so glad that my family encouraged me to read. I have like, I used to have over, when I lived with my father, I had like over 200 books, and most of them that I read. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was encouraged to read. And I think what is lacking in this today's society, they don't teach our kids, or we don't teach our kids the importance of reading. We just hand them over our phone and our iPad, or they'll get on their phone. I have a 1-year old, 2-year old, 3 and a 4-year old great nephew and niece, right? Nieces. And they can get on an iPad at 1 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old. They can get on an iPad and do everything. They can get on YouTube. They can get on they can figure it out. And they are just literally babies. But what I want to get on to my nephews about, and my niece is like, instead of you giving them an iPad or your phone, give them a book. So they started giving them like little books to read instead of, to look at, instead of giving them the iPhone and the iPad. And I said, that's the better way to do things. I said, because you need to expose your children to literature. Don't expose them to so much to technology. They're going to learn that because they're just that smart. Every generation gets weaker but wiser. Every generation. And when I say that, weaker, now they not built like, even in my generation, in the generation before, the kids, they emotionally, they weak as far as, when they get upset about things, or, somebody don't like them, or somebody, they want to unalive themselves, or they can't handle pressure because they're not used to it. They're not built like that anymore. Back when my grandparents coming up, I know my generation couldn't be in the cotton field. Like we ain't doing that. So, but their generation, my mother's, my grandmother, their generation picked cotton. I wouldn't dare be in the field. I'd be hiding under the shade. Every generation gets weaker and wiser. We get wiser in technology. We get wiser in mischief. We get wiser in what to do good and bad. But we get weaker in our mindsets, you know, and it happens. That's just the way it is. But, kids are very smart when they come in this day and time. With technology, they're very smart. Like I said, a 1-2 year old can get on a game, and you trying to figure out how to get on there. They'll get on there, just pushing buttons, and they figure it out. I'm like, wow. I remember, yeah, me too, Captain C. I remember back in the day, like I would go to the library and get books too. If my dad or somebody wouldn't buy me a book, I would go to the library. And my dad would take me up to the library. I would catch the bus and go to the public library. You ain't gonna hardly see too many parents taking their kids to the public library. Very rarely do I see parents, especially minorities, taking their kids up there. Now, some, like I said, it happens, but I don't see it often. So we have to be more, make sure that we get off of the reality TV and start focusing on what is going on around us. You said when I heard if you want to hide something, yeah, I remember that. And so that's why I said I don't ever want to make excuse for myself. If I don't know it, I'm gonna find out. I'm not gonna be a dummy and and just saying a whole bunch of nothing. I'm gonna eventually have to figure it out. Like, okay, where do I need to go to find out this answer? If I can't find it, can I get close to it? So, like I said, this social media is for the birds. Like I said, it has its good points. Don't get me wrong; it can be entertaining. But I always say, you know how they said in Players Club, don't let the money make you. I guess there's you make the money or something. Don't make YouTube make you. You make YouTube. Like I say, get out of this. It's okay to be entertained sometimes with this stuff, but eventually, real world kind of should click in. And like I said, regardless if you don't like Trump or you don't like Biden, whatever. The point is, it shouldn't be that much hate where you got to take somebody out of here. I'm sorry. Unless it's self-defense. Other than that, I don't care if people that I don't like. Unless you don't try to hurt me or harm me, then I don't have a right to take nobody's life. And I think these anarchy, that type of behavior, that type of mindset, that's going to end us up in the purge for real, though, like in real life. So we got to be, hey, Bevins, hey, Jims, well, tell them, girl. Okay. So yeah, you guys be blessed. I'm finna go get my hot wings. I hope y'all press the like button. And press the like button, and hope everybody have a great weekend, the rest of the weekend. But yeah, y'all be more vigilant about learning and about observing the times that we're in, and stop with the foolishness out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm enjoying my hot wings for real, because I love me some hot wings. Yes, indeed. I eat so much. Like, I cooked some chicken the other day. I eat so much chicken, I should fly away. My goodness, I love me some chicken, and I'm praying that what I'm eating ain't no human, and it's not no plastic. So we got to be careful about that. All right. So, hey, Kels, how are you? Thank you. So yeah, y'all be blessed, and like I say, vote for whoever you want to, but make sure you you thought thoroughly through it. You looked at the information, and like I said, don't let your emotions get you so upset with these people. We don't know Biden. We don't know Trump in real life. We may not like what they do. We may not like their personality, but we don't know these people. So I see so many people get so upset. They get so just downright. I hate him. I'm like, wow, that's kind of special to me for you to hate somebody you don't know. I mean, it's really weird. But hey, to each his own. But don't get I wouldn't get too emotional about it. It is what it is. And they gonna let who they gonna let it here. They gonna let in who they gonna let in. That's just what that is too. Buy land and go. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, people need my grandfather would always say, there ain't nobody there's nobody making no more land. So you need to buy land. You know what I'm saying? Older people back in the day used to believe in that, and I think a lot of people now are getting hip to it. Now I'm buying a lot of land. I actually need to. But to be honest with you, I'm trying to just survive, and not only survive, but also prepare as well as what I can do at this point that I'm in. But eventually, it is a good thing to buy land. I know a lot of my family has land in the southeast Texas going towards Houston, and so we have like different spots, that and really, to be honest with you, some of that land, some of the people of the other persuasion, they have tried to steal it, but when you have people that are very keen to business sense and property and things like that, they stop a lot of that. So make sure you're being very watchful if you do have land, that people can't steal it from you, because people will try to, and it's not just white people, it's black folks too. Anybody will try to steal your land, and you have to have it surveyed. And that's another thing. People have land. I have cousins down there in Arkansas. They have land that was left from their parents, and they can't even find it. So they got to go get it surveyed to find out where the land is. And so I'm like, how you don't know where your land is? But I guess, hey, things happen. But make sure, that if you do have land, take care of it, and make sure that you have your deeds and all of that, because like I said, people will try to steal it, up under you, and you thinking it's your land and somebody got your land. So I appreciate when you said I'm cooking chicken as soon as yeah, I cooked some the other day. It was pretty good too. I was proud of myself. I'm like, hey, I put a little extra spice in mine this time, honey. I put some cayenne pepper in it, and it gave it a kick. Woo! It gave it a kick. So I said I'm gonna have to put me a little bit, little pepper in mine. I like spicy food anyway. So but I just put just enough in it. It gave it that kick. So yes, yes, yes. I'm telling you, it was good. So yeah, I like to cook a little bit too. So next, I'm gonna go get me some collard greens. I'm gonna try to go get some this week, and I'm gonna cook me some collard greens and give me some turkey necks. So yeah, and if y'all don't know how to cook, y'all better learn how to cook. Men and women, shoot. They used to be all women cooking. Men, y'all better learn how to cook. And some men can cook better than women. So y'all get on out of here and learn how to do stuff, and quit all this foolishness. Like my grandma, quit all this foolishness. Talking like a little old lady. Quit all this foolishness. But yeah, y'all be good, and I'm gonna try. I ain't no promise, but I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my summer. I said the summer, but my rest of my Sunday, eating my hot wings, and enjoying that, because we gotta get ready for the what's it, the season, the cowboy season pretty soon. That's gonna be coming around. Hopefully, we can ever get to the Super Bowl. I don't know. Hopefully. So I can't wait till that starts coming back. And my poor Mavericks, they just disappointed me, but they hopefully they can get back. They can get back where they belong in the championship. I tell you, Dallas, y'all just disappointed me. Good for you, baby girl. I don't know you, but okay. You said, yeah, I'm gonna cook me some collard greens and get some turkey necks. So while people sitting up here being mad at Trump and Biden, honey, I'm gonna be cooking up in their kitchen. Yes, indeed. Be cooking up in their kitchen. But for today, I'm getting me some hot wings, and I get the collard greens uh probably Wednesday. You said you head to Oak. Oh, you must like collard greens. I love me some collard greens. I can eat collard greens probably every day. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's my little Southern Belle. I love me some collard greens, some turkey necks. That's healthier than the ham hocks and the fat backs. So I'm gonna give me some of that. Yeah. hmm Yes, you always. You said thank you, younger is. But yeah, y'all be good, and I will talk to you guys later. Love you to Reese's Pieces, and thank you. And if you come back and do the playback, I appreciate you. Please don't be offended, but you might not like what I say. That's cool. We can agree to disagree. I mean, like I said, just my point to you in this whole live is look around you, pay more attention to what's actually going on and not the foolishness that's on YouTube or on TV. So this is the real world. And for some apparent reason, people live in a real world and they still miss it. So that's the whole point of this live. Hope y'all have a great evening, the rest of your afternoon, evening. And yeah, I will see you back on the next live, whenever that is. And just if you come back and do the replay, if you would be so kind to press the like button, I would appreciate you. I see the one you said. I see the 1111 sister. Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know what that means, but you know, you can explain that to me, because I don't know what that is. But I appreciate you for coming through, though. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in front of Amax Auto Insurance. That's probably what you see. So yeah. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Love you to Reese's Pieces. Bye.